Let's get this meeting in order. Today is Tuesday, July 19, 2022. Time is 7 p.m. Place is the boardroom for El Paso County Emergency Services District. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and prayer. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Establishment of a quorum. Today we have Commissioner Diaz, Commissioner Butler, Commissioner Santana, Commissioner Barnes, and Commissioner Avalos. Item number 3, public comment must notify the board to speak on certain agenda items. Limit is 5 minutes. Public can comment by calling 915-213-3008. The PIN code for this meeting is 532-957-105#. That's 915-213-3008. PIN code 532-957-105#. If any in-person sign-in sheet will need to be signed in. Okay, your person, you all signed in already? Item number 4, consent agenda. Commissioners, anything you would like to pull from consent agenda?
Move to approve.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Butler, second by Commissioner Diaz. Commissioner Diaz?
Aye.
Commissioner Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Santana?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes?
Aye.
Commissioner Avalos? Motion carried. Regular agenda, discuss and communications report by Elva Ramos.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For the month of June, there was a total of 65 calls in Flint, 130 in Phoenix, 120 in Montada Vista, 156 San Elizario, 258 in Socorro, and 165 in Westa. As far as the COVID also, there was 1 confirmed in Flint, 1 confirmed in Phoenix, 1 confirmed in Montada Vista, 1 confirmed in San Elizario, 3 confirmed in Socorro, and 0 in Westa. As far as fire marshal inspections go, there was a total of 133. There was 66 permits issued and 1 agricultural permit. As far as the all calls go, there was a total of 25 no responses per claim and 2 not available. 8 no responses per patient and 1 not available. Montana Vista 0. San Elizario 4 no responses, 3 not available. For Socorro 0 no responses, 4 not available. And for West Valley 0. Totaling to 37 no response and 10 not available. As far as the breakdown goes, there was a total of 32 no responses and 8 not available. Are there any questions?
Thank you.
Commissioners, we do have Chief Treviso signed up to speak on this item.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening, Chief.
Commissioner Butler.
Thank you, Chief.
You all have that. So the reason I signed up for this item is that the numbers are skewed between the Horizon meeting and our actual report that we run. And we are, since for the end of the year, last year, have been 100% providing their day of the month. And so basically, speaking with Ms. Ramos, she has no way to track by computer the calls that we run in other districts. All the calls that we run as second out tonouts, third out tonouts are not being put in the mix here for your numbers. So you guys would like to have the actual numbers, actual calls that we are running on a monthly basis. That affects us in the total percentage of response. The greater number of calls, the no responses that I want to shorten, therefore our response percentage is going to go up. And I've been tracking this for the last 3 or 4 months. And this is between 30 and 35 calls that we're running out of our district. Therefore, we are at second every month after support. If you were to look at the real numbers. Basically, for the month of June, we had 192 completed reports on ESO, and we're getting credit for 156. This also can also make a difference when you're looking at budgets and all that, the amount of calls that we're actually running. But, and you have some info in front of you. So basically, it's the calls that in June that we ran for 20 calls to Clint. We ran 10 students, and then 2 in Socorro that were not included in that. And all those are calls that we either did mutual assist or we did second from that. So our actual numbers should be 192 for the month of June. It does make a big difference because I've always been told we're always 34. If we look at the real numbers, then it would make sense. Like Sapporo, they reported 274 calls, and they're giving credit for 258. Nothing is foreign. The lower departments down here are the ones that are being affected because Santa Vista, they hardly go out in the district to assist. There would be maybe 1 or twice a month. I don't know what the numbers look like. West Valley, I don't know if they're taking into account the cost of the running in Mexico. Because Barca is okay with being given Ms. Ramos a login for emergency reporting, so she can compare her notes with ours. Because she would have to manually actually go call by call to see if we ran it in somebody else's district. And in ours, the way we have it coded, it's already there for her. She just puts the district number and then how many calls are actually ran there. If it's mutual aid or an actual response where the department did not respond. I haven't broken down that way. Then by the time of day, the paid staff and all that, how many calls, like for example, Clint, we ran 20 calls in June. Clint, 10 of those were ran by the paid staff during the day. We haven't changed outside of that 600.
And does that work, given her the numbers? Does that work for you, ma'am?
I would add just an additional spot for the calls that are not accounted for in that district.
Would it make it easier for you, Ms. Ramos?
Yes, with the recording system, yes, if not, I would have to literally go call by call and look at the apparatus.
Okay.
And that, would that be for all the stations too, I'm assuming? That you guys, chiefs, are you other chiefs experiencing the same challenges or?
We are, by rate, given that access, to be able to plug into our system.
Each individual department's going to have to grant their access to their system. Not only the affected department, I don't know, West Valley or.
This would be the same for all departments, commissioners.
I'm sure you want credit. Anytime you roll a truck, roll some responders out there, you want, I won't say you want credit, but
True numbers.
yeah. Okay.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate it.
No, sir. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief.
Item number 6 for informational purposes only. Item number 7, discussion personnel matters report by Cano HR. I believe they're on the line. Brenda. Guess not. We'll give them a little bit to join back in. Item number 8, discuss on monthly reports by Chief Esparza and all department heads. Commissioners, moving forward, I'm going to have our department heads be giving a report on their own. That way you all hear it from our maintenance department of what's going on with our trucks. It's a little bit more in detail of what's going on. We did lose our purchasing agent, so we're kind of in the midst of replacing him. He went on and bigger and better things. So we will be moving forward doing this. You want to go ahead, Mario?
Hey, before you start, Roger, I just got another email from Cordero, say they're not online. He still can't see. That might be same for Brenda. They still can't see the meeting. They can't log in either.
Are we ready?
Did that?
Who's the one that can't log in?
Chief Cordero? It was an email. I think it said to 32 people. I'm sure more. Too much technology. We have to get a ninth grader on staff. I got this. Ninth grader.
Send them a link to see if you can log in.
I thought it was maybe Brenda, same with Brenda.
All right, let's proceed, because email has been sent again. You want to go back to item number 7, since Brenda just joined in? Item number 7, discuss on personal matters, report by Kano HR. Brenda, you want to go?
Yes, I am here. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so what we've been working on, we're trying to fill a position We did a post on Indeed. We have it going to 4 people. And out of those resumes, we're gonna choose the best person to, of course, fill that position. I don't know, me myself, I spoke to Cindy today, who is the one who posted the job. She has not received any resumes to her email, to Arcano HR email. I have not received it. I'm not too sure if Chief, if you've received any, or if Mr. Salcedo has received any.
Brenda, we can barely hear you. I think you sound a little too far.
Sorry, is that better?
No.
No, okay, hold on. Okay, can you hear me now? Is that better? I'm like up on my computer.
A little bit.
Okay. What I was saying is that we have a posting that we did for ESD. Okay. And the only thing is that I'm not too sure if the posting is working correctly. And Chief, I wanted to ask you if you or Mr. Salcedo has received any resumes, because we have not, and we just want to make sure that it is working correctly.
Resumes for what position? For the Eddie's position. Brenda, we have not received any resumes.
Okay, so then we have to look into it to make sure maybe something's going on with the posting, because that was kind of weird. We discovered that today. Because we haven't received any, and so we're gonna look into that. That could be why we're not finding anything on it. But yes, we are trying to fill in the central purchasing position as of right now. And we'll look into that matter to make sure something's happening while we're not getting resumes. But
Okay.
that's it.
Anything
Okay.
else?
No, not from us. Any questions?
No.
No.
Thank you, Brenda.
Okay,
Thank you.
sorry for the, if you couldn't hear me, I'm sorry, I apologize.
No,
Have
no,
a
we can
good-
hear you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 7, informational purposes only. Item number 8, again, discussing on monthly report by Chief of Sports and all department heads. Mario, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Good evening, everyone.
Good.
So just to give you a rundown on the special projects for 2021, 22. Clint Station number 3, the entire exterior of the building was completed in April. I don't know if you guys have seen it, passed by there, seen it. We also put new lettering on the building. The station for San Elizario, also the entire exterior of the building was completed in May. Tornillo Fire Station replacement of the metal siding was completed early this month. Montana Vista Station 2, the addition to that station is going to be completed the last week in July. So it's coming along really nice. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to go out and see it, but it's coming along really nice. The West Valley roof replacement started this week. So we have the crews over there working on it. And well, Montana Vista Station 1 is still pending, so that's all the special projects for 2021, 2022. And give you a report on some of the station vehicles. So we have been doing a lot of costly repairs to some of the big fire trucks, tankers. And so they were asking me, why are we doing all these repairs? Well, number one, most of these units sit at the stations. They don't get run, the pumps don't get worked. So when they go to take it out, something's gonna fail because lack of use. And a lot of that comes into play when we bring it over to the shop and go through it. We find a lot of items that are wrong with it. So we have to replace them. No, there's no way around it. And basically, you'll see some of the repairs on item 11. Any questions on all of that?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioners, on my side, do we go Chief Personnel?
Good evening, Commissioners. Joe Salso, the Assistant Fire Marshal, Fire Chief. As Brenda said earlier, we have 3 positions for firefighters still open. We are having difficulty recruiting people. The main complaint, not complaint, the main issue we are having from the applicants is that we don't pay enough. We try to explain our benefits, all our pension, and they still don't see it. So we're losing most of the applicants that I come across. They're going to Pecos because Pecos is paying an outrageous amount. So that's the line firefighters. And then also, like Brenda said, we are still Eddie Gallegos. He accepted another position with another company, so he left us. So we have 1 position open for logistics, and we are trying to find someone to fill that spot. And that's all I have for you. Any questions for me?
Yeah, you said, we're not paying enough. What's your recommendation? Pay more.
No.
Pecos, now, my understanding is they're just paying the same amount, just want more overtime. A little more loops on overtime, is that correct?
I just saw a flyer right now, Commissioner. They're paying their paramedics $40 an hour to work there. And we just can't compete with that. And we try, again, I try to explain to the new potential hires, our benefits, our pension, our work hours, and they just see the dollar sign.
Commissioner, just to touch base on that, we do have a bigger pool now that we are going to go for the first time uncertified, and we're going to train them to meet our standards and get them Texas Commission on Fire Protection certified. But I think that's the route we're going to take now with even our volunteers. I want our volunteers to be getting these jobs, and I want them to start here. I want them to get paid here. So that's the route that a lot of the volunteers hadn't applied because we were only hiring pre-certified firefighters. Now that we're actually looking at uncertified firefighters to bring them on board, they're applying and they're testing. Commissioner Barnes had the opportunity to go and see how the testing process was to be accepted to get in here. And for 3 positions right now, we have 8, and we only went out to our departments. The ones that sent out the information to their members, they showed up. So if we go citywide, then it's going to bring us more of a pool because, of course, the city of El Paso is requiring college and we are not. So that's going to be the same. Pay, right now we're being told city of El Paso, just to keep up with times, they are paying 75 cents more than us. In the long run, it's not a big change, but nonetheless, it is a little bit, and the kids nowadays are looking at that. But what's going to attract the young generation to us right now is the fact that a lot of them don't want to go to college, and this is the beginning point for them to begin their career and then go to college. And that's what we're going to advertise. So in the next couple of weeks, in the next week or so, we're actually going to do the interview of the 8, and then 3 will be selected, and then they will be sent out to the training academy to be trained for firefighter and EMT if they don't already have it. So we're looking to hire our volunteers. Also on my side, we did meet with Commissioner Leon and Judge Samaniego. We reached out to try to see if we can change legislation or how they felt if they would support us to get some more tax funding for us to be able to grow. And surprisingly enough, they're very, very supportive of what we're trying to do. However, of course, nobody wants to hear higher taxes nowadays. So it's one of those, I called it the bad word, taxes more. But they see that we're trying to grow, and how do we grow without the funding? So one of the things they did look at while we were there, and also Commissioner Barnes did attend that meeting, which was great that we never told. We were always been told that they wanted us to have 30 to 32% of our budget in reserves. Well, it turns out that that's for general services. Okay, they said that we should have 3 other line items: capital improvements, fleet, and personnel. So we are working with our accounting firm to get everything squared away at the end of Friday. I think it was Friday, right, Marty? When we had a meeting, or Thursday with Theo?
Oh, that was Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. We had a meeting, and then he finally sent out the proposed verbiage for those items. And he recommended the number we should have in reserves to be able to accomplish this, because we're at the end of every fiscal year, we're trying to spend the money that we allocated for these services when we don't have to. We can actually put them in reserves and use them at a later date. So we are supposed to save, in addition to that 32%, a different amount of money for capital improvements, fleet, and personnel, in case something ever happens that's catastrophic to us. So we're going to create 3 accounts. It'll be on the next agenda for you to all to review the verbiage and how it is that you would like to create those accounts and what they will be used for. So the verbiage by our accounting firm's already been sent out. I still got to look at it. We didn't get it on time for this agenda, but it will be coming up for you to review. And that's pretty much it, Commissioners. Other than the staffing, we're working hard to continue to make all these calls. Questions?
No, sir.
Item number 8, informational purposes only. I didn't get Mariana involved in this one because she's been out 2 weeks. She was a little sick, so she'll be included in the next one for the report. Item number 9, discuss and take action on amending fiscal year 21-22 budget submitted by Mariana.
Hi, Commissioners. Hi, everyone. On your Dropbox, you will see the 4th budget amendment for this fiscal year. Let me go ahead and open. Give me a second. We received an additional $21,701 from the sale of assets. So that brings a total as of today of $454,652. This is including everything that has been sold as of, I believe, 2 weeks ago. Right, Chief? There's no more units?
No, there's still more units being
Okay.
sold every day till
So
we clear them all out.
This is as a deposit as of today, Commissioners. We've received an excess of $40,314.67 from property tax. That is up to you all, what you want to do with that excess, since it hasn't been allocated to, it wasn't budgeted, okay? Also, we received $13,380 additional to code enforcement. Also, it would be to your decision of what you want to do with that excess. And as Chief mentioned, it could be used to be moved to reserves, depending on what you all decide in the next meeting for either fleet, capital improvement, or employees, payroll. And the rest are just transfers for each fire department. Basically, it was all to fuel, okay? I moved it now, and I moved an additional amount to withstand till September, okay? So they know what's available in other budget line items, and it's already been removed and transferred to fuel. And those are just the budget amendments for this. And it's on your Dropbox.
Thank you, Mariana.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Diaz, second by Commissioner Butler. Commissioner Diaz?
Aye.
Commissioner Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Santana?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes? Commissioner Avalos? Motion carries. Item number 10, discuss and take action on the Chase Bank excess collateral submitted by Chief Esparza. Go ahead, Mariana.
Commissioners, I believe Jackie and Santana received the email of the excess collateral. Did you? Yeah, it's just to approve, but they did not send me the documents yet. You can approve it contingent on me receiving the documents. I should be getting them by tomorrow. But I do need the president to sign it. He's the only one that can sign the excess collateral.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Who was the second? I'm sorry.
Santana.
I have a motion by Commissioner Butler, second by Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz?
Aye.
Commissioner Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Santana?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes? Commissioner Avalos? Motion carries. Item number 11, discuss and take action approving the expenditures exceeding $2,000 SCBA flow testing from MES in the amount of $5,741.28. Repairs to pumper 801 from Sims Martin, the amount of $2,234.71. Repairs to brush 701 from Casa Ford in the amount of $2,275.32. Repairs to pumper 701 from Sims Martin in the amount of $3,733.08. Valve repair kits from Sims Martin, the amount of $1,950.76. Repairs to pumper 601 from Sims Martin, the amount of $2,253.83. Repairs to pumper 302 from Sims Martin in the amount of $667.80. And repairs to tanker 301 from Sims Martin in the amount of $4,979.18, submitted by Chief Esparza. Commissioners, this is part of what we looked at. We did our pump testing, our annual pump testing, and this is what's happening with these vehicles that are either hardly run or hardly move, or we're not flowing enough water on them, so it's eating our valves out and they're having to be replaced. And this is what the end result is with it. So as much as we can try to say that we do have paid staff, there's just not enough of them to try to run the water through all of them. We do recommend that we get we're going to get a sequence of how we're going to dump the water, because that's what's eating the metal off of these pumps. And it's just one of those things. Every year, we're going to see the same thing over and over and over. We actually do see it every year. That's why I'm bringing the staff in, because if I say it, it's like, I'm trying to take away some of these vehicles, and it's not that. We're spending a lot of money on repairing them for vehicles that are not getting used. So Mario is getting a spreadsheet of vehicles that are, how many miles are they moved yearly? And do we need them? Of course, I'll be the first one to say it. Some of these vehicles, and I'm going to say it like this, it's a necessary beast. I will never recommend to get rid of them. And some of them, I will say that these are vehicles that need to be removed from the fleet. But as of right now, these are the expenditures that we have for this year's pump testing. We have a motion to approve.
Hey, Chief, is this something you do on weekends, when you put some water through them, run around? Some blood going through them, or what's the challenges?
The paid staff could also,
We said they pay that. What do we say about paid staff? Do you have enough to?
do they have a schedule?
Well, they still got to run on all the calls. So if we get them just to go dump waters, and they get tied up on the calls, so.
Pumper 601 has on the list, but to date, that truck has run 378 calls. So it's not.
Well,
Water, I mean, there's a lot of things that.
I know the water's hard.
Now, I can say this, it did run 370 calls construction fires for the pump that's what actually used. But we used to do quite a bit of running the pumps and all that with the units.
Chief, is the microphone on?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
So anyway, 3 years ago, then we had to start getting complaints from Lower Valley Water. People were complaining that we were just wasting water, and, so they asked us, where do you find that balance? Because,
Yeah.
I know that we need to take care of the equipment, and the same token that,
And I would agree with that.
it's just not a type of call that necessary.
Well, the calls do, I mean, they do get their use, but what I was asking about a schedule, whether it's paid staff or volunteer staff, where you operate all the valves on the unit.
Right now, I have a good crew, a good paid crew that pay attention to stuff like that.
Oh.
Sweeping the floors and all that. But I've had some crews run through there that all they did is sat down and went smell it and all they. That's probably why they're not there. Decency is.
Do we? You said Mario's gonna work scheduled.
Yes, we're going to get a schedule going to,
We're going to schedule better than all of us, so. You follow up and you just get.
so we are going to work at a schedule of how we're going to try to cycle this, but I do agree with the chief. Part of the problem with the water is we don't own the water system, so the more water we tap into, the more we get complaints. As a matter of fact, I think it was a month ago, we got a complaint on Socorro because they went and ruined somebody's landscape or somebody's driveway. And it turns out it wasn't even us. It was actually the water district that did it. But these are the things that we want to be very careful with, because we could, ruin somebody's lawn or, landscaping. So we have to be very careful with this. But nonetheless, this is one of the things that we're seeing, that lack of cycling these trucks with water, it's just eating through all the parts, and it's going to cost money. So
$20,000 in repairs. That's gonna, that's smart. That's gonna protect the truck from going to where it is now.
you're absolutely correct.
And
I don't want to put on paid staff, volunteer staff, on the operator.
An option would be to put a fire hydrant in each station and put a meter on it, pay for that water system. I mean, that's an option. paying $20,000, $30,000 for repairs and man hours, why not, put a meter on the fire hydrant?
And I think it comes down to not dumping the whole water off the truck, it's just those cycling the valves, because that's where they're getting us.
Exactly. It
On
doesn't
the
take that
valves.
much water to operate the valves and.
Just open it and close it, just so that we cycle the valve and open it and close it, open it and close it.
Right, what you're dumping is, the water in the pump itself, not the tank.
Every time we come to Vegas, we have to. believe they-
Well, and there,
Those trucks out there.
It's like what, I'm sorry?
Looks like tea, I mean, it looks like sludge in there all the time, and chief, they're probably aggressive.
That's why we have a tanker with so much repair because of that reason. Is that what's going in, the color of the water, or is it just what's coming out? Both.
it's just the hydrants that aren't flowed, and there's too much sediment. Yes.
Thank you.
Right.
It's still that water.
So,
You guys can ask me to look at the Mario. That's it. Why do you turn my house into water?
Then we read up the water, we dump it in somebody's yard, and Karen calls.
Yes.
Karen calls.
Yeah.
yeah, you can't win.
Can't wait to do it.
Can I make a motion to approve?
Second,
Have a motion by Commissioner Butler, second by Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz?
Aye.
Commissioner Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Santana?
aye.
Commissioner Barnes? And Commissioner Avalos? Motion carries. Item number discuss and take action on awarding, opening the open bid for West Valley Fire Department, bid number BW 2022-0610-1, remodel of the kitchen. I have the three quotes here, Commissioners. We have a quote from Master Team USA LLC in the amount of $58,500. We have a bid from Empire Contractors Group for an amount of $98,818. And then we have Aredi Enterprises LLC, and they quoted
96.5.
$96,500. Sorry, couldn't find it. So I'd like the motion to award the bid to Master Team. However, the award is $10,000 over budget, but however, West Valley did sustain water damage during the last hailstorm they had at the west side. We are up $40,000 for repairs from the insurance, so we're able to cover that 10,000 over the excess.
Motion to approve.
Second,
I have a motion by Commissioner Diaz, second by Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz?
Aye.
Commissioner Butler?
Aye.
Commissioner Santana?
aye.
Commissioner Barnes? And Commissioner Avalos? Motion carries. Item number 13, discuss and take action on approval allowing 5 members of the Socorro Fire Department to attend the EMS conference in November 2022 in Austin, Texas. Expenses to include travel, per diems, hotel stay, and training fees. Submitted by that guy, Chief Cereces.
Hear me now?
Yes.
It's on now.
You were never on.
Button in the back, Rick. Once again, thank you for everything you've done for us. On behalf of our department, I'm sure the rest of the departments.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
As you know, the rest of you guys also, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Throw a
I
party
know.
for you guys, for you guys to be-
Who else? We are. She made a big difference
On the grill.
on our grill.
We came back from that though.
Yes, yes, thank you. So going on the item, once again, this is a dedicated class in Georgetown. I did get a grant for it. They are paying $532 per member.
You're on item, you're on the wrong item.
Which one is that?
You want to speak on item, how do you know whether 13 is the 5 members, the fire department to the EMS.
Okay.
Austin, 15 is
Right.
the one that I think you're talking about right now. In
Okay.
Georgetown.
5 members to the EMS conference. These are 5 members that are in standing, both responding medical calls. They're actually the top medical responders. They're all certified. They're going into this training also to get CE hours to maintain their certifications as well. We go every year. And yes, it's for the per diem, the hotel, and the travel, and the conference itself.
Okay, Chief, you answered my question on the percentage and response rate. That's good. So these, it's not new members that are going, it's the same members that are going? Is that what you're saying? I guess that's my
No,
question.
we have new members that are going.
Okay,
Every year we mix it up,
okay,
and we do have new members going.
okay. And I know that there's training online as well to get CE hours.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, and we also do online. The thing is that our certifications require a large amount of CEs,
Okay.
and this is one avenue. A lot of them require to be in person.
How many
CEs.
are you required yearly, sir?
Myself,
For state is 140, 144 hours for the state, and it's, for national registry, it's 40 hours every 2 years, so 80 hours for national.
Okay.
and that's at the paramedic level. And then as you start going to advanced and then the EMT basic, it drops a little bit. But there's only so many that they allow online. And a lot of it has to also be in person. And this is where we're able to pick up the in-person CEs.
Okay. Well, I commend you on going out and getting a grant for it.
Well, not for this one, sorry,
Not for this one, right?
not for this one.
So this one is something that we're gonna have to pay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I see your dedication and I'm glad that you kind of mixed it up instead of just having the same people attend. I think it's very important that you have some of the other top responders that are already in there attending as well so that they can get their feet wet and understand what's going on.
Yes.
So I commend you on that. So I'm gonna move to approve on this item. And if we can get a second, I mean, it's,
Second.
Thank you.
there you go,
That's your
sir.
hands-on report. I don't want to look up as I'm passing out and see online training. You know what I'm saying? Not your t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Hands-on.
Most definitely.
Item number 13. I have a motion by Commissioner Diaz, second by Commissioner Barnes. Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes, Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries. Item number 14, discuss and take action on to reimburse fees paid for the purchase of T-shirts and hats to the Socorro Fire Department for the Summer Youth Camp 2022, submitted by Chief Esparza.
This camp has gotten an overwhelming response to it. We're going to do 30 kids. Because of the response, we're at 40 to 41 kids.
So it grew
It grew.
from 30 to 41 kids.
Yes, it grew. We initially started at 25 and then left a little margin to 30, and then that margin went to 40, 41.
How are you picking the kids? I guess that's kind of a question that I have right now. Are you going underprivileged kids? Are you going?
They,
What are you
we
doing?
put it online and they
Okay.
submitted applications and waivers. They got waivers signed. Mainly, I know a lot of the kids are from the area, the Socorro, some are from Clint. We've had some from Pavens in El Paso.
Okay. And it's a mix of kids, in other
Yes.
words,
The kids are from the ages of 6 to 12.
Okay.
From ages from 6 to 12. And they're going to be learning all sorts of things from 911. 911 communications is coming in to give them low class. They're going to be learning team building, about the fire service, that they could go back and tell their family members, look, I learned this cool stuff. Now the brother that's turning 18 or 17, hey, maybe I want to do this.
okay, Chief, as far as this, can you give us a date and maybe we can, I think I'd like to attend and
The
see.
date is set for July 30th from 8 to 4 in the back of our fire station. We do have sponsors that are going to be helping us. I believe Whataburger, we're looking at Whataburger to help feed breakfast for the kids. Domino's Pizza is donating the lunch for the kids. State Farm is bringing snow cones for the kids. Walmart is donating also products for the kids. And the shirts, and we don't charge for these camps, first of all. And I know
It's
like,
totally free, 100% free.
yeah, I know like, I know El Paso Fire charges for their camp and some other camps around town also charge. We don't charge for this. Okay. And the shirts themselves are red with logo in the back, logo in the front. And that came out to, I believe it's in your Dropbox. 800 for the shirts and almost 500 for the hats. Each participant gets a shirt and a booty hat. And then, yes, they're by dozens. Yes,
Commissioners, if I have this correctly, the total is $1,384.99.
they're by dozens. That's the way we were able to get it cheaper. And then we're gonna end the day. We got water slides, it's water balloon fights.
Party, all day party.
They're kids.
Yeah. Sounds
They're
fun.
kids. I know Commissioner Orlean will be there as well.
Okay.
And
All right. Well,
it's gonna be
I,
a good
I,
one.
I appreciate the,
You guys are welcome
I
to our
appreciate,
station, not only this time, anytime you guys want, you guys are welcome to our station.
if we're invited, I mean, I'd love to attend.
By
But
all
I
means.
commend you guys in taking the time in showing the community what the fire department is all about.
And it's a
and
win-win
volunteering-
situation all the way around.
Volunteering is very important and you guys are doing it the right way and I'll support this. So I make a motion to approve.
Thank you,
Second.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Just want to clarify, I'm going to take it out of fire prevention from Socorro's fire department budget.
Perfect.
Does the Roger have extra money now?
You
Have a
have,
motion?
you have $3,000 in there.
I have a motion for item number 14 to approve the total of $1,384.99. Motion by Commissioner Diaz, second by Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes and Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries. Item number 15, discuss and take action on the approval allowing 6 members of the Socorro Fire Department to attend the Swiftwater Rescue Tech Course in September 22 in Georgetown, Texas. Expenses to include travel, per diems, hotel, and training fees. Socorro Fire Department will offset the tuition with a tuition grant obtained in June 2nd, 2022 for $3,192.
That was the one.
Yes,
We have
this is the one.
budget, we have budget for training.
Yeah, we have 26,000 available in training and 34,000 available in travel. But just keep in mind, you're going in September, right? Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought the fiscal year ended September 1st. Thank you. You're good.
You have enough to
The
cover it.
fiscal year for the grant program ends September 1st. Ours ends October.
I know. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I did have a question before we move on.
Yes, sir.
And here I'm gonna ask again. Is this, how many of your members, of the 5 members or 6 members that are going to this training are all brand new members?
The members that are going to this training, I want to say, define brand new.
Well, I mean,
They've been with the department over 6
I'm-
months.
in other words, okay,
They're new to this
let me
training.
clarify this for you.
Okay.
Are these members already part of the Swiftwater Rescue team already? Or are these all brand new going into the program?
These are going into our program at Socorro.
How many members do you have that are on the Swiftwater
Right now,
Rescue?
we have, I believe it's 16 members.
16 members.
16 members.
Okay, so we're 16 members.
Yes.
How many of your 16 members, I'm gonna ask this question, I'm just shooting it out there. How many of your members, how many members do you have? Let's go with that.
I believe we're at 49.
49. So you've got 16 members, and with this, it's gonna give you 6 more?
Yes.
Is this part of the 16 or is this additional to the 16?
Additional.
What do you guys do for continuing education, training and all that for your members?
We go to the canals and train, and then we also do online classes. And then whenever we could get classes like this, we go back. We send like at least 2.
And see, this is what I'm trying to, how many water rescues do you do?
We do our own recoveries and our own water rescues in our area.
Okay, so I need total number. Total number, how many have you done this year?
Ballpark figure, you know, I would need to look at the thing. I know most of our members are also belong to the county, the one up in ESD 1.
Commissioners, we have Chief Treviso signed up for this item also.
Okay,
This year, I know Socorro has helped us with 3 recoveries already.
okay, 3
This-
recoveries.
This year,
for San-
just in San Elizario.
Okay,
Okay. We did have Horizon come out with theirs for another 2. It's time to separate ESD 1 and ESD 2, really.
I agree.
The more training we get in our ESD 2, the more independent we're going to be, because the way they respond and the personnel that respond, they're responding code 3 to a dead body. They almost hit one of my family members the other day, and a member from Horizon disregarded the red light, and, you know, it's going to dead body. And you know, I called the Provid people over there, and they kind of blew me off. You know, when they get on scene, they try to take over the scene and everything completely. So it's time to separate from that as well. I don't know where you were getting with the new members or whatever, but
And I
this
guess
is
my-
not the training that a new member should go through right off the bat. Okay, they need to be
agree.
in the department at least 2 years,
Agree.
know what they're doing and all that before we even send a rookie out to that type of
See,
training.
and that's kind of where I'm going.
Okay.
Chief, I'm not trying to,
No,
I'm not
no,
trying,
and that's why I was wondering, because they're not like green.
well,
Well-
and Chief Treviso has a good hand on that, you know. 2 years would probably be a good number in service. Maybe Chief Treviso has some people down there in San Nelia that would be good that would be interested in
And,
this
you
as
know,
well.
And the good thing about this class, since it's a dedicated class that we do at the school,
Uh-huh.
it starts off with Socorro, this class. They close down the whole system for us. I know we've taken Clint before to this training. I know Fabens, we're talking about it.
Okay.
And the thing is that we could add on to it. We could add on to it because it's a dedicated class to us.
See, and I think it's
If-
something that needs to grow within our district.
It does, and we've told Chief Esparza many times, and something that we wanted to change with dispatch, whenever any water rescue comes out, it's not about paging ESD one first bat. It's not. Start local, and then if you need to go above, then call them out. And whenever we get our guys called out, we at least get 5 to 6 guys going.
Okay.
And we're there to assist.
Okay.
But a lot of the times the call goes straight out to ESD one. When they hear water and body in the canal or vehicle in the canal, person in the canal, they'll page out the local department and then they'll send it right away, trigger it off to ESD one.
It's the protocol we have for the search and rescue.
Okay.
That's what we do automatically.
So at this point in time, let's say moving on forward, if we decided to go ahead and have our own swift water rescue team, and it's in our area, at that point in time, you would give it to us, correct?
Yes, as long as Chief Esparza and Menendez are in agreement with that.
Okay.
we can Totally remove that protocol that we have right now.
That protocol was set in place by who?
I don't remember if you agree with it, Chief Esparza, but it was about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was quite a bit of time ago.
Chief, do we have a written agreement on that? I guess.
I gotta go back and look it up. If I'm not mistaken, this is part of the county search and rescue section K of the county, where the sheriff's department used to be the one to do it, and then somehow or another, both districts got involved. So I gotta look at it and see if we can actually change it and how we're gonna change it. The chiefs did approach me on this. I am looking into the document to see how it is and how we can better align this section of the ComStar team, because it is a posing a problem. We have vehicles running from other departments when they're in that search and rescue team when it's a body recovery, and I do agree with Chief Treviso on that. It could be complicated. I've talked to several different people on it. It could get more complicated if they're in the trap doors out in the canals. It depends. So it could be a little more complicated than just doing a quick recovery. But so this is something that we will have to look at, and it's not something that we can take a decision on it right now.
I know
But
there's
we
been
could
some
look into it.
situations in Socorro where we're working a scene and then El Paso PD will show up because it's that gray area where Socorro and the Bosque,
Okay.
El Paso PD will show up. Paso PD shows up, El Paso Fire shows up. And
Yeah,
then
the
they're-
boss, the Bosque area is like, well,
that's,
yeah,
it's a fine line
Yep.
of El Paso.
it is.
The discussion we had last month was that most of these bodies, unfortunately, it's unfortunate to do, but most of them are undocumented.
Yes.
Border Patrol offered to help, but then you find, it's a great job, but I remember yearly, you bring in grants, usually from the Forest Department.
Yeah.
You do a really good job of that, so kudos.
The thing, I work, and all of us work a lot hand in hand with the Border Patrol out in the rescues. Like a lot of the rescues that we'll do hand in hand with them.
Okay.
They'll come out with a gator, San Elio will come out with a gator, Fabens will come out with a gator. And a lot of these places, sometimes it takes 2 gators just to get access to it. And unfortunately, a lot of those falls aren't on the road itself. You're talking through the brush and like going right on the edge of the levee of the canals, not the river, the canals.
I think we're,
Are mostly Socorro rescues in the Bosque, like the Cougar Park area?
We've had a couple of them from there. We've had some out there by this, Darrington. I
So
mean,
that-
Ding Ding area.
So you guys are going, you guys,
They're only serving Socorro, they're actually serving the, they have to certify people, I call them out. There's water currents underneath, now that they know what they're doing. I'm not gonna throw one of my guys there. Each call is different, so we have to analyze the call, what the needs are gonna be, and who's gonna be called. And that's the issue that having is that automatically it's being paced down when it's a simple recovery right at the edge of the bank, where they don't have to go into the water. I didn't know to tell this guys to hold off so we can analyze the situation and see what the requirements are going to be.
So right at the American Canal, where it goes right in front of the sewer treatment plant, it comes on down.
That
past-
area, I know people have
past
been
the
hearing the
Bos-
news
when
and
you-
it says Socorro. That's actually El Paso's
It
area.
is at El Paso till you get to the
Yeah, south
Partidor.
side, all that's El Paso.
But once you get to the Partidor, that's us, isn't it?
Yes,
Where it goes.
half
on
of the canal, half of it. Because Bosque is still on the south side.
Right, it's still on the south side, but that's on the riverside below. That's what that ditch is called, riverside below.
Where the canal is, on the north
At the
side?
Partidor, you know how it se parte allí?
Yeah,
All right,
behind the water treatment plant, the old one that's closed.
yes, that's the old Socorro Water Treatment Plant.
Yes,
So where it goes to the right, back into the river,
that's
That's
where we
called-
get most of our floaters at.
okay, so that's us right there,
Yes,
right?
that's us.
Okay,
That's us. And like I told you, one call, we're working one, El Paso showed up and they're like, well, Socorro's unit's already in the water, already on scene. So they just stayed and helped us out,
okay.
but they never took charge of ours because I had my guys already in there.
So Chief, if we can start looking into this, I mean, I think this would be something to start, separating ourselves and doing it on our own. The only thing that I will ask, I'll move to approve on this, but think of the members of the 6 members that you're sending. And like Chief Treviso said, have somebody that has a little bit more experience, is not,
We do. And that's why I was asking, we don't just send a new member that just joined our department, no. Remember, we get several calls in our department and they have to do mandatory shifts. So they're not there just responding every now and then. So they pick up the calls, they pick up the volume of calls. So they get tenured on those.
okay. Well, I move to approve on this, but with that in mind, please.
Yes, I'll talk to Chief Sariana so we can go over the list again.
Okay,
And your training don't start and stop with Georgetown. You guys do training
Yes.
in addition, getting in the water, and these border patrols I got, they show up on gators. Do they get in the water?
Huh?
No.
Border patrol get in the water?
Nope.
Not?
Water control won't touch.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so far, this question for me is so far, not that tomorrow won't be a response, but so far it's been recoveries
Yes.
versus response.
Yes.
Not that you're not going to transfer recovery.
No, lately it's all been recoveries or car accidents that go into canals and stuff.
And when you do training, can you send it out to us? Or Roger or somebody, put it out to the commissioners? So I can come see that. You know.
Okay, I sure will.
Commissioners, just so you know, I just got an email last Thursday or Friday. Governor Abbott just put out a grant for border protection for fire departments, and this would possibly cover a lot of the expenses for possibly training, possibly cost of equipment. So I'm looking into that right now and see if we qualify for any of that. If we are, I'm going to apply for the grant and see what we can get out of this. But it is for any fire department in the border that is actively working on mitigating the situation to keep the border
Just
protected.
remember your calls, I think our return on investment, things like that.
Yeah.
What you said for training.
Yeah.
I think it definitely come back to us.
And then, what Commissioner Avalos was talking about, I think that goes on a federal level. I mean, having Border Patrol step in, because I don't think the local guys.
I think it'd be cool, maybe kind of like what Governor Abbott's doing, if the federal government offered grants specifically for what you guys are doing. With
Yeah.
helping with the migrant situation.
I know a lot of times they'll help us out with supplies and I mean, like people fall off the border wall, they'll go in and help us out, get the patients out.
What I asked, if you guys do these trainings, those for all chiefs, you're doing exceptional training out, you also exceptional training. So if you could send that to the chain and get it out to us, because I'd love to come see it.
We do our training, we hold our training
If I need a
mainly,
little cookout, you got a grill.
whenever you want, just let me know. But our trainings are normally on Thursdays, every week on Thursdays, or every other week on Thursdays. Sometimes Wednesdays, but we have them. Like I said, you guys are invited to our station whenever you guys want,
Oh, no, I appreciate that. but
Thank you,
doing
Chief.
like canal training,
especially you, Commissioner
water
Butler.
rescue. We're all gonna be working for her next week anyway.
Really?
so.
Well,
Item number 15,
One more quick thought. So you all talking about Border Patrol helping out and all that. And remember that they are severely understaffed as well.
Big time.
We had a wall call last night, 2:00 this morning. They didn't have an EMT on staff. The Gator it's like pulling teeth for them to get repairs on it and all that. That's why they depend on us all the time to do it. Going back to body recoveries, the quicker we get a team there and get the body out, the quicker we get to leave the scene. So we're tying up our resources by waiting on ESD1 or somebody else to get there. By that time, CID gets there and they're like, nope, don't touch the body and everything. It could be 4 hours that we're there. So the sheriff's department likes to do, fish them out. CID can worry about it later.
Nice.
Thank you.
item number 15, discuss and take action on approval of allowing 6 members of the Socorro Fire Department to attend the Swiftwater Rescue Tech Course September 2022 in Georgetown, Texas, to include all expenses to include travel, per diem, hotel accommodations, and training fees. Motion by Commissioner Butler, second by Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz,
It was me that made a motion, sir.
the motion was made already prior to that.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana,
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes,
Aye.
and Commissioner Avalos.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 16, discuss and take action on approval allowing 3 fire marshals to attend the 2022 Texas Fire Marshals Conference, October 2022 in San Marcos, Texas. Expenses to include travel, per diems, hotel stays, and training fees. Commissioners, we've always attended. I'm trying to send possibly 3 of my new guys if they'd like to go. So we've already, this is just so we can reserve the room at the low rate that we get instead of waiting till the last minute and not paying way higher fees.
Second.
You make this optional?
I'm sorry?
You said if they like to go. This is optional.
Yes, it's optional because I'm only going to send 3 and there's 7. So I have a motion by Commissioner Avalos, second by Commissioner Diaz. Commissioner Diaz.
Aye.
Commissioner Butler.
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes. Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries. Item number 17, discuss and take action on approval of the purchase of aluminum lettering for the Montana Vista Fire Department through David's pennants and banners in the amount of $2,247.89 submitted by Chief Esparza. Mario.
So this is for Montana Vista Station 2. Due to the fact that it's going to be going on aluminum siding, it's kind of tricky. So they have to put a steel base on the letters so they can attach it to the side of the building.
We're actually, I'm guessing we're upgrading the old sign that's there and actually putting now big letters that say El Paso County EC number 2 Montana Vista substation.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Santana, second by Commissioner Diaz and Commissioner Barnes. Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes and Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries. Item number 18, discuss and take action on approving and allowing 1 member from Fabens Fire Department to attend the AEMT course at Pro Action Inc. Fees to include background check, malpractice insurance, textbooks, uniform, student identification badge, NREMT testing fee, NREMTA testing fee, Platinum Learning Test Prep in drug test in the amount of 3,366, submitted by Fairbanks Fire Department.
Commissioners, what we want to do is we want to send one of our guys over to, this is going to be an EMT to advanced class. He's currently an EMR. This class is going to be able to get him his EMT certification and his advanced on top of that as well. The amount is going to be for about 3,300, but that is going to include everything. Like you mentioned before, uniforms, books, fees, vaccinations, immunizations, the whole works. Everything's included in that. The gentleman that we are sending does have 3 years with us. Always been one of our top responders. Currently he does have his EMR, does have his fire certifications. So this is also going to help him get his TCFP certification as well. Additionally, we only have 2 ALS members in our department. So this will be adding a 3rd member to that. Oh, yeah.
Commissioners, I do have something to say on this one. You have to be very cautious on this. We just paid $5,000 for this individual to attend TCFP training. If we allow for him to take this, we'll be closer at the $9,000 a year for an individual. You've always kept it to 1 training a year.
A year, right?
And if you allow this, then other departments are gonna follow suit, and at $10,000 a pop per member, this could be tricky.
Yeah, the only thing is he is dedicated. We haven't really sent him to any trainings before this. Like I said, he's been here 3 years.
What was the reason for him waiting to do it all at once now, I guess?
I guess it was more the scheduling. I never really asked him, what was going on with that, but I do believe it was going to be scheduling job. Now he did have some time to free up to go ahead and start getting after his certifications.
How long is that course?
That I believe is going to be, do you happen to know?
6 months.
There you go.
The commissioners, he does have.
You'd have to sign up so we can listen to you, sir.
Yeah, so he does have a kid that's kind of taking some time away from him. But now that he does have some free time, he's able to start getting after these certifications.
And Commissioner, he is eligible to get his TCFP through the EMR. So he does not need this class right now he is a medical certified individual if he holds EMR.
Oh, see, I didn't know that part, but no, I mean, it is going to be a really huge help. I mean, he did get his fire certifications, but with this ALS certification as well, it's going to be a huge help to the department.
So you can get the same thing through this and within the system for him to go around. You just said you're paying this amount, so you've already paid $5,000 for a year.
Yes, you've never allowed anybody else to take something of this magnitude, so this will put them right under $9,000 for training within 1 year and less than a year, actually. He already has it. So if he just took his TCFP, he's already passed it. He is an EMR, so he is eligible to get his TCFP right now. He doesn't need any of these.
So you're referring to the level of certification?
Yes,
No, this is
he
the
would
level
be-
that he's trying to, step up. Yes.
But Commissioners, let me explain what's going on. Yes, he's saying he doesn't need it. The department needs it though. Okay. EMR is only able to do, a select amount of things. By protocol, they can only do something like an oral airway. They can't give certain medications. They're very limited on what they can provide. They can't even give aspirin. Now, with this certification, he's able to do things like start IVs, give IV medications, intubate on scene. So the thing is, it might not help. I suppose it's going to help us a lot because it's going to be able to advance the care that we provide. Right now, we only have 2 people. He's one of our top responders.
How many people do you have right now?
We only
When it
have,
comes to saving lives, I'm not about saving money.
right,
So how many people do you have trained right now?
advanced care, we only have 2 people out of the 22 members that we have.
We run under a BLS system, Commissioner, so basic life support, that's what we're doing.
But we do have ALS capabilities. Our protocols does allow us to do ALS service. So basically, I mean, if you have somebody thrown on the ground, hypoglycemic, low blood sugar, an EMR is not going to be able to do anything besides put them on oxygen. An advanced person can start an IV, give them dextrose, and we can get them up and walking in as little as 10 minutes. So it's a huge difference.
So the question has already been posed to me, would we pay for a paramedic course that's going to cost $9,000? Right now, if we say yes to this one, then we won't be able to say no to a paramedic course that's going to be $9,000.
I don't think that's necessary.
Right, but this is what it's going to
I
cost.
don't want Chief Ready come over and say, hey, he did it, so I can do it. I don't think that's a good reason.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And you say this isn't a paramedic course. This is cheaper than, that's gonna be up to an advanced course, advanced CMT course.
So what I suggest, commissioners, if you want to allow this, is they pay for it. When he passes the course, we can reimburse him.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Do that, willing to gamble on this guy, put some money on it and reimburse the passes?
We can, but it depends how we're gonna get this money back and how we're paying for it. Is it gonna be coming out of our funds or our
It
budget?
would come out of your Inc. account, and when he passes, you can submit for reimbursement. It's in going from EMR to advanced EMT is rough.
Right. So what my question is if we pay now before the end of the budget and he graduates after the budget, the new budget, does that affect it?
Then you can submit for it.
You'll get reimbursed.
Okay,
Definitely.
all right.
That fair?
That's fair. Sounds good.
So
I
it's
have-
contingent on him passing that we would reimburse.
That's right.
Correct.
No, I mean, when he took his EMR, he aced it. You know, he's very smart, very bright. So I have no doubt he's gonna pass it. Oh, yeah.
Again, commissioners, the way you have to look at it is if he's submitting for advanced EMT, if he only passes and he only gets EMT, then you only pay for EMT. That's, what is it costing, like $1,200 now? Half of that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Motion to approve.
Second. Okay.
With a contingent.
A motion for Commissioner Barnes and Commissioner Santana. The motion is going to be if the reimbursement is contingent on he passing both all the way to advanced EMT in the amount of $3,366. Commissioner Diaz,
I'll vote aye, like, with that contingency.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana,
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes,
Aye.
Commissioner Avalos.
Aye.
Motion carries. Commissioner, did you still want to put this agenda item for the vehicle take-home policy, or did you?
I just wanted to make a comment on it.
Okay.
And we can remove it. And the comment I would be is if looking over their information, I had some questions for Clint Fire and Commissioner Diaz and I sat down with Clint Fire. So I think the way that we should begin the process with the fire departments is looking at their calls and info, is to have a meeting with them first, and then if it needs to go farther from there, then we can. But I think we need to meet personally, not in a public place like this, to hear them out.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. So they're looking at, me personally, I'm gonna be asking to meet with another fire department besides Clint, and I'll be asking one of you guys to be there with me.
Well, it's gonna be,
To
it's
ask
gonna be us.
questions from them, but I think that's the best way forward. That way, you're meeting with the chiefs, you're getting to hear them out and ask some questions and have some understanding.
And then afterwards, that way we can bring back the information back to the board. And it'll be an easier task, I think.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's all I have, chief. Other than that, like,
So do you want to make a motion to delete this item and then put it back whenever you're ready?
yes, sir. Yeah.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Alves, second by Commissioner Diaz. Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana,
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes,
Aye.
Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries. Item number 20, discuss all complete and completed training for departments, officers, and members. Training results will also be submitted on a date to be determined at the meeting. Commissioner Barnes.
Hey, guys, hey, we talked a lot about training tonight, a lot of advanced training. I want to make sure we're capturing some of our basic training, fire one, fire two. I asked that Roger, if you could reach out to the station chiefs, and chiefs, if you could just give them a roll-up of all those that in your charge, training they have completed, and turn that into Roger in 2 weeks. Is that enough time? Is that enough time? All right, I know you got some that, I don't think there's not gonna be any action taken, guys, it's just to see where we're at right now. All right, do we have everyone trained on fire one? Do we have everyone that needs to be trained on fire two? If we don't, what do we need to do to get there? What steps can we take? Where can we help? As far as this process goes and to ensure that all those in those positions are trained where they need to be. This not only goes for volunteer, but paid staff too. So Roger, if you can roll those guys up too, So everyone that falls under this board, we can see where you're trained and what level of training you received. And is that training appropriate to the position you're in, I should say? I don't want to, if that makes sense. All right. I know if you continue to look at training out there, we want to make sure we got the basics down, you know?
I think you want to roll in all the paid staff because all the paid staff has to meet the Texas standard, so they're all basic.
Put them in there.
basic
At the end of the
firefighters.
day, If I'm laying on the ground, getting paid, you're a volunteer, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Is that fair enough? So, I think we got a lot of experience out there. Don't get me wrong, guys. But I want to make sure that education applies that experience, not just a parallel effort. It's a combined effort.
Certifications.
And it's certified, and that's
Yeah.
certified training, guys. Fair enough?
Yes, sir. You said 2 weeks?
2 weeks, is that enough time, chief? I think you already got it. It's just a matter of rolling it up, do a little tightening up and then pushing that over to Chief Esparza. You got something to say in there?
Yes, sir. Good evening. So I have a couple of people that are interested in fire school. The problem that we're gonna have right now is Chief Esparza is working on the online platform. So I don't know where it's at with that and how long it's gonna take to get there. The problem that we have as volunteers they have time to go right now. They may not have it in 6 months, 8 months. So how are we going to continue? Are we going to continue waiting? Or for the next district meeting, would you like quotes to send the individuals that can go right now to fire school?
Was this the same program that 2 of your members went to? How close are we, Chief?
We've got almost of the curriculum entered. It still has to be reviewed by TCFP. But we can do a separate one, and I talked to Chief Treviso on the last Chiefs meeting. We can do a separate one and they can go SFFMA. We don't have to get that approved. It's just the regular basic curriculum. The chiefs will document that they took it and they can get certified through SFFMA. It wouldn't be a TCFP one. That's my goal, to get them Texas Commission on Fire Protection. That's the goal, but right now we could actually go through the SFFMA one. They could do it online and it does not have to be reviewed by the state. The other one that we're gonna do is being reviewed by the state.
And what do you think? How long?
We're about I'm gonna say a good month out if there's no hiccups from the state that they shoot it back.
I think we have some people that have been with us for quite a while,
Yes.
all right? And I want to make sure as we continue to train those new guys that come on board, new guys and girls, that we catch up those that need to be caught. Is that fair enough? Does that make sense? So you guys do amazing work out there. You've got to document, you got to codify, you got to make sure it's documented and the training is certified.
Sure.
So
There is also no reason we can't sign them up for the New Mexico State Firefighting Academy. It's $250. It's online and they have to go up there for 2 weeks. So it's the same thing that they have to do here in Texas, except cheaper, but we are being put on the bottom of the line because we are not in New Mexico. But I mean, it works.
And the last time I did reach out to them, they just started that class back up and they were completely full. They were over, they accept 25 people. They had 40 people put in for the class. So, and this is the first one they've done since COVID, all of COVID.
there's
So,
gonna be some catching up.
exactly,
We're
sir.
doing our due diligence to make sure our firefighters are trained to the level that they're.
Yes, sir.
I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good, guys. I just want to make sure, again, with the certified training that's required, documented, where it needs to be. If it's not, what can we do to get what we need? So appreciate you signing.
Thank you. And certainly, next meeting, we can see where we're at as far as our online training. And then we can go from there as well.
Item number 20, discuss all incomplete and incompleted training for departments, officers, members. Training results will be submitted 2 weeks from today to Chief Esparza, and this was submitted by Commissioner Barnes. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Well,
Oh, you gave 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks, yeah.
Second,
Who was the second?
I'll second.
Diaz?
A motion by Commissioner Barr, second by Commissioner Diaz. Commissioner Diaz?
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes. Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries. Item number 21, discuss the structure of the department members and their assigned officers who are currently in positions of leadership and/or staff.
Same line, guys, if we could, give Roger, prior to next meeting, Roger, I'll let you set the timing on this one. I know you have meetings with the chiefs. A structure within your departments, who's the chief, who's your assistant chief, who's your captains, who's your lieutenants. And, we come out to training, when we do come out to training, and, good to know who's who, and, make sure we have those structures in place, so your firefighters, your volunteers know who's who they're also. So I think 90% of one's on board. There's not a problem here, guys. We're not looking at identifying problems, looking at complete solutions. So you could have that turned into Roger by next meeting. Roger, I'll let you go ahead and set that time up. That works for you. I think same time as training fees, whatever, as long as it's available for next meeting if possible. Yes, sir.
So one of the questions I have, because our Fairbanks Fire Department does have 2 officers that need their fire certifications. The issue is that they can't afford to go take leave for 2 weeks. And, that's a whole paycheck. They have families and all. So one of my questions was to ask you guys, when this actually does take off the blackboard or whatever, if you guys might be able to allow those officers to take that first class. Give them some sort of like not necessarily priority, but at least guarantee them a spot in that.
Chief, our class is going to be unlimited to 500. So there's no need to give you priority. You're there, you're there.
All right, just making sure. Because what I'm kind of hoping for is maybe a little bit of time so that these officers do have that opportunity to jump on that class to get that fire certification before they're either demoted or whatever the case is.
I'm not looking to do that. See,
Right.
I want that. I know conversations come up, hey, what if?
Right.
I think let's get past that. We'll just let's find out where we're at, where we need to be, and how do we get there?
Right.
Roger has an opening for 500 people.
That's perfect, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we're going to create opportunities for these guys to excel in that.
Yeah, because I know I have a couple of guys that are just waiting for this to kick off before they can go, because like I said,
Good.
once you have a family and you're gone for 2 weeks, that's a whole paycheck. That's
The beauty of us handling it. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. If I need to do a class for 2, there will be a class for 2. There's a class for 1, I will open up a class for 1. That's the beauty of we own the system.
right, because I didn't know what you all's idea was on this whole thing, so I just wanted to speak up.
I'm looking to
Just
shake
throw that in.
anybody or a department or an individual, to look and see where we're at, where we need to go, and how what do we need to do.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Fair
sir.
enough?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chief.
Commissioner, you want to do this informational purposes only, or
Yes, sir.
item number 21, informational purposes only? Item number 22, discuss and take action on the purchase of 3 new maintenance vehicles. Commissioners, as we seen, this is not a buyer's market for vehicles. However, we are in need of the 3 vehicles. I would like approval for you to give Commissioner Santana the approval to review. These have to be purchased under state rules and by board programs, but whenever I find them. So if I find them, I'd like to have the authority to go with Commissioner Santana and look at these vehicles and purchase
What
them.
are you looking for, Chief?
A new van for the janitor side and 2 service trucks for the maintenance people. They're currently driving 2000s.
Chief, I thought we had found some through Rudolph Chevrolet.
Yeah,
Did that fall through?
Yeah, I just called to see if they were gonna get them. They said August, and yeah, they keep pushing it back, so
You said you currently have vehicles?
they do, a 2000 and a 2002. They do. But they're already starting to break down, so it's costing money to maintain them. Of course, we're maintaining them, but there's nothing like putting our staff in a newer vehicle if we can find one. If not, then I'll be the first one to say we couldn't find one.
Second?
Have a
Tomorrow, back to give them hate eyes.
Have a motion by
Chief,
Commissioner.
where are you going to be using the funds? Is this from the sale of assets?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to clarify. Thank you.
One by Commissioner Barnes, second by Commissioner Santana, Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes. And Commissioner Avalos.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We're not adding to the fleet, we're replacing.
Right. Item number 23, discuss and approve fiscal year 22-23 budget presentation to El Paso County. Commissioners, this year, the county sent us their presentation the way they want it. I want to make sure that you have the time to review what they're asking for. They want nothing else other than this. And if you would like to make any changes, there will be time for you to make changes. I do have the next item is for you to select 2 commissioners to review the budget prior for us to bring a special meeting for you to approve it.
Make a motion to discuss it in executive session.
We can break into executive.
Postpone to executive session.
Yes.
Identify those times.
You're talking about the presentation?
I think he's talking about 24, chief, but we're still in 23.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
I was like.
They're
num-
talking
number
about the
23 is just
presentation.
informational purposes only?
But
Then
I
we,
think he's referring to
right,
24.
okay. Okay.
So how are we gonna approve the presentation without the final budget?
Because there will be another agenda item for the 2 people that are gonna be selected to review the budget. And then we're gonna have a special meeting for that budget.
You're asking us to approve a draft of the presentation?
This is the presentation, doesn't have the numbers, this is what they're looking
No,
for.
what he's asking is, so last year, the county judge asked if we can, for this year, do a presentation like ESD one to mirror each other. So this is what they sent. This is the draft they sent us for us to put all the numbers and
So this is just a template.
yes,
Built
it's,
in the template.
well, some of the
This
stuff
is
is
the begin-
already added already, the calls and all that information.
So
The
once we,
budget stuff hasn't been added. None of that has been, as I was out, I haven't added anything regarding budget. But they just want us to mirror ESD one. They wanted something that would,
actually, they formatted their own, they changed, they even for them, they changed the way they report. So we're gonna look to report the same method, the
Mhm.
same way the county sent us the format. This is their slideshow, the way they want it. So we're just filling in the
The data.
blanks.
So all we're approving is.
No,
Presentation.
this is the presentation we're gonna give. You can look at it and give us feedback. We do have to select who you would like to review the budget.
Could we, it doesn't make sense to me to approve the budget presentation before we
No,
go.
you're not approving, it's informational purposes only.
It says discuss and approve.
Right, but that's the standard verbiage, but this is informational purposes only.
Oh, okay, in that case.
That way you have time to read it and then go when we add the numbers to it. Like I said, Mariana was out for 2 weeks, so the numbers weren't added yet.
Then no action.
it's informational only. And I will have the budget completed by Friday, and I do want to do a final review next week, Monday and Tuesday. Take those 2 days to review salaries, everything, one more time.
Item number 3, informational purposes only. Item number 24, discuss and take action selecting 2 commissioners to review the budget before it's approved. And Commissioner Barnes would like to break into executive session. Placer County ESC number 2 is now entering into closed meeting pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551-071 to consult with the district's attorney concerning all matters identified in the agenda where the board seeks advice of their attorney and privileged communication. Date is Tuesday, July 19, 2022, and time is 8:33.
I don't know. You skipped 25. Chief.
You gotta approve that, or can we disapprove it? You can approve it. How's that work?
Okay, we can go to item number 25. Discuss and take action on the resignation of Commissioner Jacqueline Butler. Commissioner Butler.
No.
¿Qué te pasó?
Well, thanks for putting this on the agenda. And so unfortunately, it looks like my time as commissioner is over, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for being patient with me and allowing me to learn and to grow, and really for providing a safe space for me to, you know, to speak my mind more than anything. And it's been a great 5 years getting to know you all and getting to see all the growth and the great things that ESD is doing. So from the chiefs and the volunteers to the admin staff to you, Chief, and Chief Salcedo, it's been amazing. And Mariana, you know, I I really, really appreciate all the help and support and for allowing me to be part of this team for so long.
Thank you.
And we're still going to work together.
Yeah, I'm not going very far. I'll keep tabs on you all from the county, but you all have my number if you ever need anything.
Commissioners, I'd like to take a picture because we do have a presentation for her and as part of members.
So nice. Yeah, let's take a picture.
Yeah.
Where do you want us, in front of the dais? Wait, let me get my lipstick.
You're right here? Oh. We're gonna take several.
Huh?
We're gonna take several.
Several pictures?
Commissioner, we're giving you the award and recognition to Jacqueline Butler. Thank you for your outstanding service and dedication to the citizens of El Paso County. Respect your time and your day. You can hang it in your new office.
And it's nice and big.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, it's you. Here.
Oh, wait, I want a picture of my phone.
One. Go ahead.
Hey, Barnes, behave.
1, 2, 3.
All right. 1, 2, we'll take a few.
Wait, Mariana.
All right, 1, 2, and
1 over here. 1, 2, 3. One, two. I'm gonna take a couple. All right.
Thanks, everyone. Keep in touch.
So you're gonna put it in your.
I am. Thank you all. I'll see you all. Thank you so much. All right, executive session now?
Yes. No.
You have to take a vote on my resignation, I think. You have to approve it.
Oh, we have to take a vote? Okay. As much as I hate to accept the resignation, I move to approve to accept the resignation of Ms. Butler. Ma'am?
Have a motion by Commissioner Diaz,
I know.
Second by Commissioner Barnes.
Well, you can't. Well, do I vote on it? I guess I do. Do it?
Ken,
Yeah.
Quorum right here's 3.
Okay.
you're your second?
No.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana,
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes. Commissioner Barnes, I want to make it clear, you cannot change your vote after this happens. No, you cannot. Commissioner Avalos, the motion was to accept the resignation of Commissioner Butler. Motion carries.
I was on the safe.
Now to item number 24 and executive session at 8:39 PM.
Like, I know.
Mariana, yeah, work Saturday. It was Roger's idea, actually was, Rick's
El
idea.
Paso County ESD number 2 has completed its closed meeting. Today is July 19, 2022. The time is 9:04 PM. Item number 24, discuss and take action on selecting 2 commissioners to review the budget prior to its approval. Commissioners,
Motion to approve?
you want to approve Commissioner Santana and Commissioner Barnes to approve it?
Make a motion.
To meet with Mariana on Monday, Tuesday at whatever time you suggest,
We'll send you out an
or is
invite.
convenient, yes.
Do you
Mariana,
want to
does-
do Monday and Tuesday, both
Yes.
days?
You, it's up
Yeah.
to you, yeah.
Both days.
Both days.
Yeah, both days.
Mariana, are you more or less almost ready?
Yeah, I just need one final review. I'm still waiting on some insurance quotes.
Okay.
Salaries are done. I got the special projects last week,
Okay.
which I added them today into the budget. That's pretty much it. I'm more or less just gonna review this whole week because
Okay.
I want to make sure I don't miss anything, and then also send it to chief. Because there is some line items, for example, one I can think right now, cybersecurity. He had asked me to put a line item, but I don't have a budget item amount yet. There's some items that do not have an amount yet, but I'll be done by this Friday. So we can do both days, Monday and Tuesday, and I will send you all an email.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I have a motion by Commissioner Diaz, second by
Santana. Aye.
Commissioner
Second.
Santana. Commissioner Diaz,
Aye.
Commissioner Butler,
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes and Commissioner Avalos. Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn and special meeting on the 27th at 6 PM. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Second.
Item number 30, discuss and approve the next meeting, which will be July 27th. There's no items for those. It's always just standard. July 27th at 6 PM. Motion by Commissioner Diaz, second.
Second.
Commissioner Santana. Commissioner Diaz.
Aye.
Commissioner Butler.
Aye.
Commissioner Santana.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnes. Commissioner Barnes.
Our next monthly, is that-
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll,
we got a
we'll,
special meeting.
we'll do it at the next meeting after that.
Okay. Aye.
Commissioner Avalos.
How long have you been on this?
Remember, in August, we have several meetings due to the tax, the budget, so.
Adjournment at 9:07 PM.
Held out, please.